Maybe in a perfect world, Alabama gets beat. Alabama got beat! Wow! Ah! Alabama got beat! Yes! 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 Freaking finally! Johnny freaking football! Ah! Yes, he beats Alabama! Oh, I hate Alabama. I really don't hate Alabama. It's their fans is what really bugs me. Because a lot of the fans for Alabama hasn't been fans since day one. A lot of the Alabama fans hasn't been Alabama fans since the rough days of Alabama. Yes, believe it or not, Alabama had some times where they could barely even freaking win a game. I was alive then. In the early days of Florida's greatness, Alabama wasn't doing too great. And a lot of them fans that are Alabama fans now, when Alabama wasn't doing too good, they was Tennessee fans or some other place. So a lot of Alabama fans have been fans probably since about 2008, 2009. And before then, they was Tennessee fans or any other place. And that's what really bugs me about Alabama. You know, a lot of them fans hasn't been there since the bad days. And they think, a lot of these kids at my school think just because their friends are cheering on Alabama, you know, they gotta be Alabama. No. And if Alabama ever lost more than 2 or 3 games, they wouldn't be as many fans. And if for some reason, this past couple of weeks, Oregon, that's my favorite team. That's my favorite team. Since when? Since week maybe 5 of this year, Oregon has been your favorite team. You can't tell me Oregon has been your favorite team since day one, because this is for the past couple of years, Oregon's just starting to be good. And the only reason you probably like Oregon is because they got a different jersey every freaking game. They do look good, but that doesn't mean, oh, I love Oregon, they're my favorite team. Oregon. Just saying that sounds funny. Oregon. Ugh. Alabama fans, Oregon fans, a lot of them hasn't been fans since day one, especially Alabama fans. Well, Oregon fans and Alabama fans are bandwagoners. You know, if you're an Oregon fan now, you wasn't yesterday. If you're an Alabama fan today, you wasn't, let's say, 3 or 4 years ago when Alabama sucked. Yes, Alabama sucked for many, many years. And this is the past few years they've started to dominate. Oh, we're Alabama fans. Roll Tide, roll. Wish I had some toilet paper. I'll show you Roll Tide. And for them Tennessee fans that's been Tennessee fans since day one, even through the bad years, I salute you for being loyal. You know, just if you're going to root for a team, you need to root for the team through their good years and through their sucky years. You need to root for that same team even if they're winning and even if they're losing. And for the Tennessee fans that still are fans today, even though they've lost almost every game, I applaud you for being loyal. I've been a Florida fan ever since day one. My entire family has been Florida fans ever since day one. Before the Tebow days. Before that. Okay? My entire family, except my grandfather, who's a Florida State fan for some reason. He's not the fan of the University of Florida. The real Florida. He's Florida State. The Seminoles. Psh, who they played? Clemson's the only team they've played. And they've almost lost, like every other game, to sucky schools. Except this week, Florida almost lost to the University of Louisiana Lafayette Raging Cajuns. My God, Florida, what's gotten into you? But anyway, back to what I was saying before I get pissed off about something. Anyway, I've been a Florida fan ever since day one. My family has, before the Tebow days, when I was real little, about 4 to 6, I was rooting on Florida. I had Florida Gator stuff. I was saluting them on, even though I really didn't know what I was watching at the time. So, yeah. That's not like Alabama fans, though. Alabama fans have just been fans for a few years just because they starting to win national championship shirts. 2009 season, they was rooting on Tennessee until things got bad. Then after Alabama won the national championship game, all them former Tennessee fans, a lot of them, went and got the Alabama Crimson Tide National Championship shirt. Say, I've been fans for a long, long time. Roll Tide, roll. Every time I wipe my butt, I think about Alabama. Roll Tide. Man, I wish I had some toilet paper. I really do. Nothing in here. But every time I wipe my butt, I think about Alabama. Roll Tide, baby. Roll Tide. Yeah, Alabama will probably still go to a BCS Bowl. They probably won't go to the National Championship. They'll probably end up going to the Sugar Bowl or something. But it just won't be the same. National Championship game will end up... Here's my projection of the National Championship game. Kansas State, Oregon. You know, a lot of people are saying Notre Dame is going to lose to USC whenever they play. I don't know if they play this coming up week or whenever. But I do not think... I think Notre Dame will beat USC, and they'll probably end up playing like the Rose Bowl or something. But Oregon is good. They're fast. They're awesome. But just because they're doing good and they have probably some good-looking jerseys and have good-looking jerseys every day, every game, different jerseys every game, doesn't mean that's going to be my favorite team now. You know, if you haven't had a favorite team in the past and Oregon's just all of a sudden your favorite team, I salute you. But if you've been a Tennessee fan or any other fan of another team for all these years, and just because they're doing bad, you're going to jump to Oregon or Alabama, I don't salute you. I call that bandwagoners. And that's what a lot of Alabama fans are. And that's why I've got a problem with Alabama. And that's why I'm happy Texas A&M finally beat them. And B.J. Dickey, he had a feeling. He had a feeling. B.J. Dickey was one of the very few people that predicted Texas A&M to win over Alabama. He said he had a feeling. And I wish he had a feeling here a couple of weeks ago that Florida would have beat Georgia. But yeah, I don't want to talk about that. Anyway. B.J. Dickey. Yes, I said it. B.J. Dickey. Dickey. B.J. Dickey projected Texas A&M to beat Alabama, and I just wanted to put that out there. B.J. Dickey was the first one to tell me, or the first one to talk to me about Texas A&M beating Alabama, and I just wanted to give him an applaud and a shout out, I guess you'd say. So, everyone, B.J. Dickey is the reason Texas A&M beat Alabama. Not Johnny Football, B.J. Dickey, because he had a feeling. So all you Bama fans, if you want to be mad at somebody, be mad at B.J. Dickey, because he's the reason Texas A&M won. Not Johnny freaking Football, B.J. Dickey. Thank you, B.J. That's going to do it for this special Hillbillyhoundog video. Roll Tide, roll. Alabama finally got beat. Let me turn this camera off now.